Yeah, I definitely think it's anime of the year. Dandadan is a show that really came out of nowhere for me. Never even heard a whisper about this manga before, but then once episode 1 of the anime hit, everyone's screaming its name from the rooftops. I also thought it was dandadan until 3 minutes ago when I decided to look it up because last time I mispronounced something, that's the entire comment section is just how much of a fucking Neanderthal I was for getting the pronunciation of something wrong. So I wasn't making this mistake again, especially not when it came to something as sacred as anime. I probably would have been thrown to the guillotine and had my soul exterminated like the Emperor did to Horus at the end of the heresy. And I wasn't going to take that chance. So I have confirmed that it is Dandadan, and I am also confirming that it is anime of the year. When this show dropped, my whole chat was telling me about it, saying I need to watch it, and then every single week from that point forward, they'd always ask me if I'd watched the new episode, and if I had, what did I think of it? I haven't seen this level of hype around a new anime since Chainsaw Man. And I think the show lives up to the hype. I wasn't disappointed or let down. Not that I really could have been, I had no expectations, because just like the top shelf in my kitchen, I had no fucking idea this existed. So I was just pleasantly surprised at how good it is. And on paper, it's not the kind of show I like, because I have been a very outspoken Scrooge when it comes to slice of life. Really bored by it. I don't like slice of life. I can count on one hand the amount of slice of life anime I've ever even moderately enjoyed. And now, I'm gonna have to add a new finger to that hand, because I do like this one, and it does have slice of life elements, but it's not putting all of its eggs into that basket. It has a lot of action, which is animated beautifully. The animation in this show is spectacular. Also has by far the best opening in recent memory since probably Vinland Saga Season 1. So yeah, the action is really good. It's beautiful, it's fluid, it's fast, it's chaotic. I was really surprised with how high quality the animation was for this show. Basic concept of this show is that it revolves around aliens and ghosts. Two things I fucking love. I'm obsessed with aliens, and every new alien update that hits the planet, me and my dad talk about it and argue about it daily, and I fucking love ghosts. I hunt those bitches. I've gone on 4 different ghost missions to try and prove their existence, even though I myself don't believe in them even a little bit, just for the sake of seeing if maybe I'm wrong and ghosts are real. So I love aliens and ghosts, and they combine both of these into a really beautiful stew. And our main characters are discovering they have powers. One gets psychic powers. The other gets a spirit possession power, where Okarun, that's his name, gets possessed by a spirit called Turbo Granny, who bites his wiener, steals his cock, and then it ends up, through a large series of events, granting him the ability to call upon her really impressive power. So the action's really cool. Like, these elements themselves aren't anything super new, except for, of course, the possession via cock. I haven't seen that before, but maybe I just haven't watched enough anime. But everything that it has, aliens, ghosts, psychic powers, that's nothing new. But what the show does is it combines all of these elements so well. Like, it is wacky, it's self-aware, and it is first and foremost just fun. It's also really good at delivering emotional beats when appropriate. There's an episode in here that I don't want to spoil that is probably one of the more emotional episodes of anime I've seen all year. And it's just one episode, and it was able to convey so much. They do such a great job of balancing the comedy, which there's a lot of comedy in it, the action, there's a lot of action in it, as well as these few emotional moments, as well as making you, the viewer, probably relate to some of the situations when it comes to the romance and like the awkwardness of romance and shit. So I just think they just nail all of it, to be honest. I don't have a single complaint about the show. And like I said, a lot of what this show offers are things that I really just don't even like in most anime in general, like the comedy bits. I don't really like a lot of anime comedies. They don't really make me, giggle. I'm not grabbing at my belly like Santa Claus, breaking out into fits of laughter watching the anime character shoot blood out of his nose for the millionth time. Like, I'm usually not laughing at the comedy gags in most anime. But in here, I actually did have a couple of moments where I was giggling. And it's just well done. Like, it does things different while still exploring similar concepts to other anime. I really am surprised at just how well the show is written. And it's so refreshing just how unserious it is sometimes, where you have things like Turbo Granny possessing Okarun, and now all of a sudden he has to go on this noble quest to find his missing testicles, which have turned into golden balls and flew across the world like fucking Dragon Balls. Like, that's so silly. And it's really self-aware in the silliness, but they play it straight. So it, like, feels really good. Like, it's just entertaining. And it's not afraid to be serious. Like I mentioned, they have some really emotional moments that are done very well. And they also do the romance really well. They don't tackle romance in this show the same way a lot of other anime do. So it feels like a show that they just knew what the fuck they were doing. The action is great. The writing is great. The aliens in particular, when they fight the aliens, are really cool. And they're also super silly. Like, the aliens are doing, like, crazy dances and shit, and they look super silly. And they keep talking about trying to harvest the humans' banana organs. Once again, talking about penis. Like, the show is also, first and foremost, making dick jokes out the wazoo. Like, hey, they've been studying some of my old transcripts, I'll tell you that much. Anyway, though, I think I've glazed it enough. Point is, I do think Dandadan is the best anime of the year. Hands down. So, yeah, that's really about it. See ya.